Look at Julius Irving right in the middle there, don't even play.
Kept away by Julius. On the mix by Berry. JoJo pushing it. Now McGinnis. Outside Irving is guide. Abdul-Jabbar was there. And here's Rick Berry against Pearl. And Rick drew the foul. And Earl not so sure. He thought he had timed that hand perfectly.
Well, here's the play. Take a look at it. What do you think, Brent?
I thought it was a beautiful defensive play by Earl Monroe.
I did too. If that was a regular season game, I'm sure that Earl would have gotten a technical foul.
Or Red Holtzman.
Or both.
Or Danny Whalen or somebody on the next bench. Here's Barry. 99-91. 11:04. Hope you're enjoying this all-star action from Milwaukee. I'm Brent Musburger with Billy Cunningham, and CBS is pleased to be here. Boozy tapped it back to McAdoo. Off McGinnis inside and out of bounds, but it'll go to the east. Touched last by the west. 8-point difference right now. The intensity of Rick Berry. Once was an MVP in an all-star game. Had 24 points in San Francisco. McAdoo squeezes the trigger, forced one off. Drove back in, loose ball. Knight of Indiana upward. One hands it to his teammate. Back to Knight at the line. And McGinnis couldn't control it even though he was there. Knight came back, threw up a fancy hook shot. Kareem, free throw for the big guy. Off iron down at the east. 10-27. Ball did everything but go in the basket. Pearl gives it up now. JoJo. Abdul-Jabbar came out on him. McGinnis and Irving are there. And Irving will get the hoop. Make it now a 6-point game at 10-15.
This pace really picked up since the start of the fourth quarter.
And I see now that here at the press table, they have handed out the ballots for the most valuable player, but we'll have to hold out. It is still a wide open race. Look at them without Nate Thurmond. New Orleans at San Antonio. Los Angeles, without Kermit Washington. What a shame that was to see that he's been lost for the year. And then, of course, the doubleheader game. After those 4 regional games, Boston at Golden State. We're going to see just how the Celtics are coming along. What about Sidney Wicks? Is he doing better now that he's coming off the bench? We'll see next Sunday. Abdul-Jabbar, left alone. Make it 101-93. Dan Issel is in there at forward, along with David Thompson. Paul Westphal and Phil Smith are the West Guards. 9:48 to play. White, McGinnis, McAdoo, Monroe, and Irving are on the floor. For the East, that's Julius yelling instructions, and I guess it was go to the hoop, Big Bob.
That was good coaching by Julius.
Wasn't that great? 101-95. Issel wants Kareem. He nods his head, I'm ready. Knocked away. Julius came out. They're going to have to double team the big guy. David Thompson straight up in the air. 103-95. 103-95. Monroe puts a spin on Smith. Bounced it back to Big Bob McAdoo, his teammate on the Knicks. Here's McAdoo again. Irving was there, but it was knocked out of bounds. It goes to the west. Yes, that was a good call. I agree.
McAdoo has his hands full right now playing Jabbar. One time he fronted him. They threw the lob. He got the easy basket. Now he's playing behind him, and he's in trouble.
He's going to have to worry about his defense right now more than his offense. Kareem comes up over him, and there's McGinnis. Now the quick outlet pass. He's got a chance for some shoe-like pressure right here. Monroe at the line.
You know who made that play possible? Julius Irving, by running the length of the court and enabling Earl to get that easy shot.
So important for that forward on the wing to come flying. Guys like Havlicek and Berry have done it. And that's what Billy Cunningham's talking about. Bob McAdoo with problems inside. 105-97. 8:20 to go. McGinnis starts the drive. Has to hold up. David Thompson steps over with the steal on the pass back. Now David gets free. Julius is there. Thompson right straight up. And it is McAdoo with control. And here's the doctor. Smith and Kareem are there. Smith had a hand on him as he came down. And he drew the foul. They didn't want another one of those sky moves by the doctor that time.
Kareem was waiting for him that time, though.
He sure was, wasn't
he? He wasn't going to let him do it to him twice.
Here's the Pearl. JoJo White of the Boston Celtics popped out. Now it's Monroe backing in on Smith. And there's an elbow to Earl Swamp.
I got 20 hits.
And that's 2 quick fouls on Phil Smith. 105-97. 7:51. 3 for the game and 2 in a hurry by Phil Smith. The doctor spins, comes up off iron, and Big Bob McAdoo with an offensive board. Somebody's got to block out. It's 105-99. It is 6 points. 7:30 for the ball game. Here's Smith facing the basket, cuts left. JoJo White was on him, and Phil put it in anyway.
That was just a great shot and great defense.
JoJo accelerated, cut off. McAdoo, shoots like a guard, rebounds like a center. But his defense is going to tell for Bob McAdoo. It is a 6-point game right now. West ahead and 7-10. Here's Kareem, knocked away on the double team. Julius goes back. No foul is called. David Thompson gets inside. 109-101. Lob for Julius, knocked away by Kareem.
It looks like you go long and I'll throw it as far as I can.
As Rick Barry checks back in, and Don Boozy with the Indiana Pacers. Bob Lanier will be coming back for the West shortly. So let's set the West now. Westfall and Boozy, Barry, Thompson, and Kareem on the floor. 6:45 to go. 8-point game, and offensive foul is called. East will come back against Westfall.
You know what surprised me on that play is that Westfall was trying to post McGinnis down low. I imagine he didn't realize who he was playing against down low at that point.
As Kareem takes a break, Bob Lanier is out there. JoJo White. Now it's a 6-point West lead and 6:37. McGinnis taking Barry. Lanier with a pick, and Barry comes to firing. And Irving at the iron. Puts it on the floor. Thompson picks him up, gets past David, jumps inside. Lanier came over. Contact as Irving began his assault on the hoop.
Here we'll see Julius. Watch David Thompson reaching for the ball. That's a mistake right there, and Julius going to the hoop. Well, that looked like good position there by Rick.
Barry had anticipated that. He picks up the personal. Irving comes to the line. He's trailing by 6. You see Julius's total, 6-18. One of the differences in his style of play this year is the fact that they don't have a 3-point play in the NBA. What a difference that makes for defenses. They can drop back and clog up the middle, and you don't see that sky move as often as you used to when he was with the New York Nets.
John Havlicek last night at the dinner said a few words. The one thing he said he'd like to see in basketball today is the 3-point play, and I have to agree with him 100%.
Irving out on David Thompson. Here's Bob Lanier of the Detroit Pistons giving it back to Thompson. And Lanier with a fine pick. McAdoo on the switch. Forces a turnover now by the East defense. And here comes the doctor. House call.
Oh, my goodness. What do you do when the man comes at you that fashion?
2-point West lead. Lob pass to Lanier. And you see Julius hustle that time, even though Lanier got it. Take another look, folks. Enjoy it. It's vintage Julius Irving. Welcome to the NBA, the best in basketball on CBS.
You know, the big problem you have in those plays is the ball comes through and hits you in the head or in the foot. It hurts.
McAdoo, Barry battling him, and Bob just pulls it up and sinks it. 2-point lead by the West in 5:22. An all-star 5 minutes coming your way. Lanier gives it to Boozy. Ball movement to Westfall. Pull up. Mirovic on defense. Now the East can tie it again. Rudy Tomjanovich of the Houston Rockets. Tom Nisolke doing a good job of coaching that team this year. Here's Doug Collins inside of the doctor. Bats it back. Collins regains it. Quick pass over to Rudy T. And on the turnover, Barry slides it to Boozy in the middle. Goes to Westfall. Left-handed jump by the Phoenix Suns guard. Now it's a 4-point lead. East comes right back. Larry Brown yelling for his defense to get back. Off iron. Barry outlet now to Westfall. Thompson on the break. Collins got to go with him. Thompson will get it.
Oh, so much great talent out there. You just get so excited sitting here watching them. you just cannot anticipate what they're going to do next. They have so much great natural talent, these players.
The individual skills of all of these players, and I guess, Billy C., in an all-star game, they can really come out and be West coach.
Here we see David Thompson going in, and I anticipated him to really dunk this ball here, but